Before we show this tape of you going off the 86th floor of the Empire State Building, of course you had to take into account, I guess, the wind and the side you jumped from, right?
Yeah, the wind was something we were checking up on every hour.
Did you have a landing spot more or less picked out where you thought you might?
Well, actually, we did. We had 5th and 31st because that's where in fact, I'd asked a girl to call a taxi in advance.
Yeah, you had a taxi waiting, right?
Yeah, I actually had a taxi waiting, so that's why we had to go 5th and 31st.
And of course, the chutes now are fairly maneuverable, right? You can.
They're super maneuverable now.
Yeah. What was the problem with the traffic light? I understand.
Oh yeah.
You had the problem, Michael?
Yeah. If I'd landed 6 inches further south on Fifth Avenue, it would have been okay. But as you land, the parachute normally just sort of collapses around you, but it fell against a light and got caught up.
So you didn't.
Yeah, I was stuck for about 10 minutes with the police and things.
Of course, New Yorkers love this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, it was very good.
Did the crowd?
Yeah, the crowd came around straight away. Well, the police were there within sort of 30 seconds. And I just had explained that, I was rather surprised that the roads weren't cut off or shut off because it was a stunt for a film. And
you tried to bluff your way out of it.
Yeah, for about 10 minutes they were quite keen on it. It was,
for a film.
They thought it was for real, yeah. And I said that we'd be doing it at 2 o'clock again in the afternoon, and hopefully it'll be sort of sorted out by then. and then a plain clothes guy sort of suggested that maybe they should check up on it a bit further.
And they did, huh?
Yeah.
Did they take you?
Exactly.
You got away, didn't you, in the taxi?
Yeah, I was very lucky. They hadn't seen me actually land, so I left in the taxi.
You just gathered up your gear, your chute, and packed it, and into the taxi?
Yeah.
And what happened to you, Michael?
They rushed over. I was sort of running over to a taxi. They asked me to sort of stand there, wait while they go and check the director who I pointed out, who didn't exist, but said, look, that chap over there. So they went over, and then I sort of ran into a taxi, and they grabbed me before I could sort of get away. But they were really good. I mean, after a couple of minutes of sort of telling me off, they then sort of apologised for having to arrest, but, they thought it was rather fun. They were just doing their job.
I understand you have to go back to New York tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah, court.
To face the...
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they'll be quite...
I don't think you go to the Slammer.
No,
I don't think
not for long anyway, no.
Okay, we're going to watch the monitor, and we'll show you this film. That's the 86th floor, right?
Yeah, and there's a girl hanging on to me.
The girls are just hanging around, so
and there's another one with Michael. We're looking like hunchbacks with rigs under us.
Didn't the people around you think you were a little crazy when they saw you doing this?
No, they were very calm and quiet about the whole thing.
You have no reserve?
Yeah, we actually did have a reserve.
You have a reserve chute?
Yeah.
There's a guy in the middle looking out through a pair of binoculars. And
that's your toggle line?
Yeah.
Go open the chute?
Static line, yeah.
All right, we've got a static line.
That just sort of initiates the deployment process. Oh.
That was Michael, and then I went.
They opened fairly quickly.
Yeah. That was about 200-300 foot after the exit they opened. And there's me. Michael's in the lead, and I'm following him. In hot pursuit. And in fact, Michael turns around in a moment, and I suddenly see myself facing Michael. He's coming straight towards me, and I actually asked him to turn aside.
Are you headed south? Are you?
Yeah, we went south, and then we turned north to get back up to 5th and 31st.
We ended our way up 5th Avenue, yeah.
So it took about 60 seconons for you to get to the ground.
We haven't actually timed it, but that's what everyone's saying. So I think about 50, 60 seconds, yeah. We haven't really debriefed it.
Yeah, well, I was just
We're dodging the buildings. You see.
Now you're trying to glide around the buildings?
Yeah, I've got a bit. But it's quite narrow. It looks much more sort of narrow from up.
Yeah, it looks much narrower when you're on. Then you can see the forward speed that we have as we come past.
You're moving pretty good.
Yeah. And some guy gets between me and the camera. Typical.
And the light gets between me and...
And there you are with your chute hung up a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. I just had to sort of get up my harness, and then that truck that's parked there was backed up by...
Why did you do that? Susie, and we enjoy all its tourist attractions to the full.
What?
Oh, right, that's the friendly New York policeman.
Hey, guys. It really kind of makes a vacation over here, doesn't it? Well, you got any other plans? Although you probably wouldn't tell me if you do.
Yeah, we've been spending sort of the last year or so working on different projects that incorporate just not parachuting but sort of other adventure sports, and that's what we're going to be doing.
Can you make a living at this?
No, it's a hobby, really.
It's really.
But it would be nice if someone could use
would
us
be
in
good,
some
yeah.
stunt work or films.
Well,
Because then we could eat.
yeah, that would help.
It's on a regular basis.
Yeah. Well, I wish you good luck back in New York. I think you'll probably go gentle with you. New York kind of likes this kind of
Yeah,
excitement.
I think so.
Michael, it's nice to meet you.
All right. Thanks very much.
Alfred, thanks very much for being here.
Thank you.
How come we don't do that when we go to New York?
Didn't we one night?